Inflation has been a major pain for the global economies and the stock markets worldwide. Now, we discussed in our DITM about US inflation coming in better than expected, which propelled the US market to have a one-of-a-kind special session, with the Nasdaq having the best session since March 2020. Now, retail and wholesale inflation for India have been released yesterday, which have also followed a downward trajectory. Consumer Price Index shows that retail inflation in India decreased to a 3-month low of 6.77% in October from 7.41% in September. On the other hand, after coming in at double digits for nearly 18 months in a row, wholesale inflation eased to 8.4% year over year in October. Even though the retail inflation rate decreased from 7.4% in September 2022 to 6.8% in October, the lower inflation print is due to a favorable base in October of last year when the Consumer Price Index rose significantly. Looking at the month-over-month data, inflation decreased by 0.8% and the month-over-month momentum has also picked up. Now, food, housing, fuel and light and the miscellaneous category all saw an increase on a month-over-month basis. The majority of the increase in the other category was in gold and silver. Now, food inflation eased to 7.01% in October. However, the food price index was up 1.1% month-over-month. Except for edible oils and foods, all other subcategories witnessed a sequential gain in prices. Now, core inflation, which does not include volatile items like food and fuel, remained at 6.2%. Now, we believe core inflation will continue in the near future due to a significant increase in retail demand. While inflation has remained above the RBI's upper tolerance band of 6% for the 10th month in a row, we believe supply chain getting back to normal and commodity prices easing, inflation too will follow suit. Now, the winter months after the harvest usually cools food prices, which could also take the pressure off food inflation. The pandemic lockdowns that significantly curtailed in-person customer service in stores have had a particularly negative impact on the retail sector. Now, despite the challenges, the Indian apparel retail business has been growing steadily, as shown by the Q2 retail sales figures. Now, let's look at how the top Indian retailers have performed in the second quarter of this fiscal year. Revenues for Aditya Birla Fashion, Shoppers Stop, Urban Lifestyle all reached record highs in the second quarter of September. Others also saw double-digit growth in their sales during the quarter. The removal of pandemic-related restrictions has resulted in the all-round growth of retail businesses. India's growing middle class with higher disposable income will bolster the growth of the apparel market. Also, the complete impact of the festival season on retail sales has still not been seen, which will be shown in the figures for October and November combined. On a more encouraging note, all of these signs also indicate a positive trend. So, what does these news mean for you? We keep our reservation on the inflation outlook as there are several factors driving it. However, there is downward pressure on commodity prices and supply constraints easing, which could give some respite to domestic inflation in India. This will have an indirect neutral impact on you. The retail sales shows us that the customer sentiment was strong in the quarter and continues to be so in Q3 despite rising inflation. Now, this bodes well for the apparel industry and the economy as a whole. This will have an indirect positive impact on you. While I say this, it's me, Merlin Susanna, signing off. Take care and stay invested.
Did you like watching this video? Then download our app, Informed Investor, to watch more such informative and interesting videos.